Okay, so I wanted to do this mini critique for some of these finished drawings so that I'm still having a little bit of issues with my ear, but it's much better anyway. I'm just trying to keep the rest of the medicine in, but at least it's my ears and not my lungs, huh? So, so let me see here. Okay, so I wanna go through some of these and show you why they didn't get full credit and why they did. And so this was submitted as a finished drawing. And this was on small paper. This is just a copy of it. And you probably know what's wrong with this drawing. I mean, it's got a full range of tints and shades. It's really not that high key. It's a little bit, but it's got way too much outlining. I mean, it's even got darks up here and down there. It's got way too much outlining, right? So this would lose points. But, if you did this on large paper, you could probably crop it right here and make a darker table and you'd be done. So if you would have started on this on large paper, it's really easy to fix. Here's another one that was done on small paper. And this is actually a museum drawing, but that's supposed to be a finished drawing too. And this one is not too bad. There's really no outlining, it's usually tones that make the outline. And it's a little bit high key, but not too bad. It's got the eyes up here, but it doesn't go off three sides of the picture plane. So again, if they would have started this on large paper, you could have went like this, and that would satisfy the criteria. So start on large paper, that's important. One more here that didn't get full credit, and I'll let you tell me why. So for this one, again, if they would have started on large paper, they didn't. You could have cropped him. There's a little bit of outlining over here. It's not too bad because as you can see, it gets lighter, darker, lighter, darker, lighter. So that's not too bad, but it only goes off actually one side of the picture plane. It only goes off this side. Shadows and backgrounds, by the way, do help you to go off. But if you went like this and like this, then it would go off three sides if they would have started on large paper. This one was cropped. It was started on large paper and then cropped, and this ended up being close to your sketchbook size paper, so you can crop it all the way down. Can't go any smaller than that. This one uses a lot of texture, but it still has pretty much everything we need. It has full range of tints and shades, line variety. The only outline it has is this, and that has some variation in the line. Let me see here. Foreground, middle ground, background. That's easy to do with scenes like this, and open composition. Now it's not 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, but it's very close. And remember, this is a little bit high key, but they've got blacks over here and blacks over here. So they're kind of are on extreme sides of this, so it can be a little lighter. This is a similar example, except it doesn't have darks on both sides. It has the blacks, really dark blacks, kind of spread out through the whole thing. I think this was actually a dark line too. It just reflected when I took the picture. No outlining, so that one looks good. Here's another one that would get full credit for this class. I want to point out one other thing with this drawing. This would get full credit in this class because it satisfies the criteria. Now, I can tell for an intermediate class, just for your information, this probably wouldn't get full credit because I can tell that they didn't do it from observation. And how can I tell? Well, the buildings look really nice and realistic, and those are easier to do not from observation because they're geometric forms created by humans, so they're not as arbitrary as, say, these trees. But if you look at these trees, they look too perfect. There are no trees that are perfect like that. Nature's not like that. And so if you're looking at the subject matter at least half the time, then you wouldn't be drawing them like this. These are kind of symbols of trees. And like I said, even though I want you to work on these drawings at least half from observation, as long as you satisfy the criteria, this one does, it would get full credit. But like I said, in an intermediate class, it wouldn't fly. All right, so that's that. I'm just going to stop this here and just add this on. And then I'm going to do the next lecture on textures.